Hello YouTube, Cast5050 and Nick Jenner here, yet again for round 2. Let's hope this time that Jack can actually make a play.
Yeah, it'd be good to see him try and actually impose on the Infinity this time.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, he did make a couple of plays, well, attempt to, but Luke just had every answer. So hopefully it won't be quite as much of a washout this time.
Both players pile shuffling to make sure that they get a nice even opening hand. I think that's the plan. I think.
Although, I must admit, I did try pile shuffling for a good couple of months, and I hated it.
Yeah,
I legitimately hated it, because every time I shuffled normally, I would get a relatively okay hand. Every time I pile shuffled, it gave me the worst hands I've had in ages. So I pretty much just decided to scrap that anyway and leave it to something that the quote-unquote pros do.
I think shuffling is just shuffling, so it's bad luck on that part. But I think Jack's played the tour guide there and gone for the Scarm, I think.
Yeah, that's tour guide into Scum. It's pretty standard opening play for any Burning Abyss deck. Straight into Dante as well with the rank up magic. So we're going to see an opening rank 5 synchro, which will be rank 5 Xyz monster, which will be Pallades, not a synchro.
Set 1 pass. It's a much better opening for Jack.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, only to have the one set card, but Luke there just checking what Pallades does.
So I think that's the Armageddon Knight.
Armageddon Knight again.
This time, though, he sends the Archfiend Heiress, which, for those of you who don't know the card, Archfiend Heiress, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can search out one quote-unquote Archfiend card from your deck to your hand. And he's gone for the Power Labyrinth, the field card. But the Heiress engine in there is pretty good, considering, the three biggest threats to the deck are all called Archfiend.
Yeah, I think Luke set one in his interface there, and Jack's chained the Pallades to
bounce it to hand.
Drop the Scarm, allows him to search another tour guide.
Yeah, it was a great play here, and this is exactly what we were saying we were hoping to see.
Means he can go to a tour guide and make another play.
Yeah.
I think Jack's drawn for his turn there. There goes the tour guide. Tour guide's so good in the Burning Abyss decks, of course it's searchable, and then you can summon any of the Burning Abyss cards with their effects negated, so they don't destroy themselves. So
that's the funny thing with Burning Abyss. I mentioned it to Nick before we started recording, actually. With the Burning Abyss, I think the first time they were revealed, I think everyone just looked at them and thought, oh, that would be quite a nice little fun deck, like the other TCG exclusive deck was, Noble Knights. But then when they looked at the deck properly, just like Noble Knights, they realised just how good it is. Because at first, I know for a fact I first thought, I don't know how this deck can work without an engine. I see a couple of people mentioning Tour Guide, but as soon as you summon one of the Burning Abyss monsters, it destroys itself. And then sort of everyone remembered that Tour Guide negates the monster's effect that it brings out. Meaning that the Burning Abyss don't destroy themselves, meaning that you can go into this rank 3 engine, rank 3 toolbox, I should say, and just makes the deck ridiculously good.
Yeah, I think Jack there made the Dante play with the tour guide, and then sent the Graph, which sent the Scum from deck, special summoned it, and then obviously it did die because Pallades is on the field, which allowed him to add another Burning Abyss, either Burning Abyss or Tour Guide. I wasn't sure which one he added in the end phase to his hand.
But still, that's the other thing about it, because they destroy themselves. It doesn't matter whether you have a powerful Xyz on the field that you're worried about playing around anyway, because when the Burning Abyss monsters are destroyed, they get their effects off.
That was bad luck there by Jack. Again, Luke having all the answers as soon as
as soon as you need
tried
them.
to bounce the monk back. Luke has the answer to negate the effect of Pallades.
Yeah.
Luke now checking his graveyard, thinking about his plays. Thinking what special summon here. Because even with no more Pallades this turn, with the Chalice having stopped the effect, Dante in defense mode, and the Pallades is still a strong field for Jack.
Very strong field. It's 2/5 arson, well, 2/5 defense and 2/5 attack to get through. Yes, okay, you can destroy it with the card effect, but it's still a very threatening field.
It is a shame that in these last two games for Jack, he hasn't really seen any trap cards.
No, I must admit that is a big thing as well. Trap cards against Infernities are generally a very, what's the word, welcome thing?
Yeah, and looking at Jack's list, I was looking at his list before the tournament. He does run a lot of traps, so he's quite unlucky not to be picking them up in his hand.
Yeah, just luck of the draw sometimes, really.
And Luke checking just what Dante does when it gets sent to the graveyard there. Of course, it adds a Burning Abyss card from your graveyard to your hand. Luke making doubly sure it hasn't got a nasty surprise at the bottom of the card, but it doesn't.
And the Exciton goes off.
Yeah, of course. Pallades
Unfortunately.
can't use effect again. Been negated, so clears that field. It's a good play from Luke. I think it was a sensible play.
It was a pretty sensible play. In all fairness, I think it was one of the only plays that Luke could have made at that point without overcommitting to a field or
I had to deal with the Pallades so that it couldn't deal with whatever was put down next time.
Because as soon as he leaves, if he left the Pallades on the field and past turn, then that Pallades would have just been able to return anything he wanted back to hand and just completely pick apart his opponent's field.
So Jack is in an awkward position here, because whatever play he makes, obviously the Exeter Knight can destroy it in the battle phase. So he's trying to get there with the Knight. And that's the tall guide there he's got. So, and that's one of the problems with Burning Abyss at the moment, is the fact that they do often make rank 3s, and not all the rank 3s they're not all that good at the moment.
Yeah, that is agreeable. They're a great rank 3 toolbox, but that's the key word there is rank 3. Rank 4s, there's too many good ones. Rank 5s, there's a lot of pretty good rank 5s as well, which the deck can access rank 5s because of the rank up Magic Astral Force, which of course no one saw that card coming either.
I think Jack's looking in his extract now going, I'm sure 101's rank 3, I'm sure it is, and then it's not.
That's the thing. If they made an effect like Castel, the Sky Blaster, or 101 for rank 3s, then this deck would pretty much have everything it needs, really.
Yeah, have outs without attacking. I think Jack's really struggling here. I think he's gone for the Zen mains in the end.
Yeah.
Because if he hasn't got the rank up in his hand, it means he can't make either Grenosaurus or go for the Volcasaurus or anything else.
No.
Or the Pallades, which will allow him to get out of the Extant Knight. Luke doesn't need to do anything there. He can just set. He knows he's in a good position. The Zen mains is that he doesn't need to attack it and give it a chance for Jack to get outs back. So
in this situation, he doesn't even need to empty his hand either.
No.
He's in a situation where he can stall out for long enough, manipulate his hand slowly but surely to eventually get the perfect play and go for it then.
Yeah, keep cards in his hand so that if he does use Exeton again, he won't destroy them unnecessarily. Well, that's Jack's tributed the Mathematician that he'd set for the Riser and sent the Exeton Knight back to the extra deck. Riser and Zen mains to attack mode there.
Evac the Zen mains pretty straight up. It's fair enough. Riser still getting in a pretty meaty 2400 swing directly to his life points. No, I'm going to be that guy right now, and I'm going to mention the upcoming ban list. It is just over a week away, and I kind of want to ask everyone who's watching / listening to the commentary and whatever to put in the comments below what you think might happen. Now, I know I'm opening a can of worms here, but I just want to see what you guys think. And I want to ask you quickly, Nick, how do you think Burning Abyss will get affected in this ban list? They're a very new deck, so Konami will still want to be making money out of them. However, they're a very good deck, so they could get touched in some way.
I doubt they get hit at all, to be honest. I'm not sure anything from Duelist Alliance with them. I think that the set's still really new over here. I think you look at the OCG hits for Shadows. And they've got all the other Shadow support, so the deck can still play the other fusions. Over here, we've only got
Construct and Winder, yeah.
That's it.
But no, it does make me wonder who it will be safe and who won't be. I mean, it's the first time we've ever had an amazingly huge set like this, 6 weeks before a ban list, and at the same time, I've lost my train of thought.
That's alright. While you were saying that anyway, Luke really has exploded again with the Infinities, using 2 Necromancers there.
Yeah.
Which has put him bad luck for Jack there, because Jack, when starting this game, if only he'd had traps, he was in such a strong position.
Yeah.
Lags tonight, wipes his field, and then he's clawing back ever since. As soon as you have to make Zen mains, you're in a defensive position.
And 9 times out of 10, defensive position can be a very bad position.
He didn't have the traps again. No traps and no hand traps in hand, which meant I saw his build was playing Effect Veilers, but clearly he didn't get any.
Nope.
And it looks like Luke has this one again, because...
Yeah. What I was trying to say earlier is that with Duelist Alliance, it's the first set that's been this meta-defining only 6 weeks before. 6 weeks into a set it came out, but 6 weeks before the ban list changed again, because we're now getting only quarterly ban lists. It's silly.
Yeah, Luke totting up the attack points there. Players shaking hands. And Luke wins this one.
We can see just how bad Jack's hand is.